Alright guys, hi, what is good? I am in an okay mood after watching To Your Eternity because it was not that bad. Not enough to make me cry anyways. So we are back, we're watching Higehiro episode 3. And what happened last week? Oh yeah, she got a phone. She got a phone and we met a new girl. She has short hair and she seems to be interested in our MC, Yoshida. And then, of course, there is the crush that Yoshida has, Goto, and how I'm not really sure what's going on with her. There's also something I want to discuss about how I feel about Yoshida and... Damn, I'm just going to keep forgetting her name, huh? I feel like it starts with... Does it start with a... No, Sayu? Okay, I don't remember her name, but yes, the girl. At the end of this video, I think I want to, or maybe throughout, I don't know, I want to touch up more on how I feel about it because somebody commented something in one of my videos and it is true. It's very, very true. And it's starting to make me realize how I respond to things and how subtle details can somewhat change how I feel about something. So I think that's pretty interesting and kind of like a wake-up call for me as well. So anyways, without further ado, let's jump right into the episode. That's a whole con of... Wait. Okay. Oh, that's her. But look at her face. Does it look like she's vibing? Does it look like she's vibing? See, I just knew it. I was like, I feel like this show is the type that would do that. I saw it in the animation style. I feel like this show would be the type to just... She's like, wow, he's not touching me. Like, what a dumb question. Does it feel like, does it feel good? Look at her. Goes to show how much they paid attention. That was the point. Like, I wouldn't think about that. Like, if I was... Sorry. If I was her, even though my experience with guys is that they would always just go for it, unless I start wondering, am I not attractive? Like, I mean, clearly you know you are, like, child. So, if you're like an adult is like, I'm not into younger girls? I mean, that's it. That's why he's not. Shouldn't he want to? Not necessarily. It's not that much of a, like, shocking, you know? It shouldn't be that shocking if you come across a dude that's not down. That wasn't the guy, right? That's not his friend that I know. Bro, was that the guy she was sleeping with? Stop. Did they show us his face? He has, like, shoulder-length hair. That's why I'm like, oh. Like, the brown hair has me wondering, is that him? He has the dark hair. And it's, like, up to his shoulders, kind of like that guy. No, but I don't think that's him. Let me hear his voice. Although that's not his regular voice, but... Not me trying to analyze his voice during the time he's climaxing. Okay, let's just go back. That didn't work, okay, guys? I could not tell if that was the same voice. I don't think that's him, no. He had, like, bangs. Like, he had more bangs. Dang, people don't know how to mind their own business. Or their adopted child. I hope you're not that guy, because you're pretty cute. You have like a nice face, nice hairstyle thing going on. That's a vibe. I don't usually hit people. I wouldn't like hit a guy for nothing, but if for some reason I'd feel a little frustrated. Just a little tap in the leg. Smooth. That was smooth. Oh, but he can't probably. But she has a cell phone. He could text her now and be like, I'm coming home late. He's just going. That was smooth. She's probably gonna be like, oh my god, they're leaving together. Mind your own business, sis. She frustrates me. I don't know why. Like, I mean, he can't keep buying her stuff, but he should get her a hamster. Some small type of rodent. I don't think they can. If they can have a cat, even better. I don't think they can have a dog there. And? Sis? Okay, because she's starting to like him already. I'm like, eh? But guys, she's already starting to like him or something. Like, she gonna spy. I feel like they're talking low key about, you know, our them, the kid and him. For real, he's so dense. Oh my gosh. I'm actually rooting for this girl. And that's like, oh my god. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, girl. I mean, like I said, we're gonna talk a little bit at the end of this video, but do you get it now at least though? Like, would it have been too much to give him a peck on the cheek? You know what I'm saying? I feel like in the moment, if you're trying to get a message like that across, oh dang, maybe that would have been too soon for her to do something like that. But I feel like that would keep them thinking. Like, that's like a, when you leave something like that, it keeps them a little bit like, you know, on their toes and like feeling like, woo, like, woo, you know. Her name is Sayu. Don't play with me, yo. don't play with me. So I'm an advocate for consent, but I feel like regular day-to-day life, human interaction, human forms of communication, at times, like, you're not gonna ask. Like, I'm not gonna be like, can I kiss you on the cheek? Like, it depends, but like, when you're trying to leave an impression or like really signal something, like a little, like up the toes, on the cheek kind of thing, and then good night. It like, that's a message. And I guess the next day, if you don't vibe with it, he'll tell you or they'll tell you. And that's kind of like where you're like, alright. But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, but maybe it was too soon. I'm sorry, what? What? That night, was Sayu hoping that someone she was fated with found. Why is she confused about this though? I don't understand. He's made it very clear he does not vibe with kids your age though. Like, she may have feelings for him, but why is she like not understanding to this degree. Like, what was that face? That face wasn't like when he's with me. It's like, no shit. He said he doesn't vibe with kids your age. Like, that's not a shocker. Yeah, you can care if you have feelings for him, but like, why are you like, oh my god, what was that face? That's not the face he has to me. Like, it's her. Get out. Like, I would love it so much if like they could become these like older sister, older brother, or like those figures that she could just look up to, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would love it if she could be like a good older female figure for her. See how nice that is? Aw. Bruh. I really like this girl. Like, she's cool. This is an awkward situation to pull up in. Is she gonna say it? Sometimes talking to a stranger could be the... So they were conditionally nice? That's facts. Yeah, she needed to hear this. And she believes her too. Oh my god. Awkward! She wouldn't snitch. Family time together. Does she want to get kicked out? Dang straight! Do not harass the man in his own home! She's really trying to make him catch a case. Okay, but I think she needs to respect his boundaries though. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, girl, I think you should totally respect if he's not down. Like, or like have some type of conversation. This girl needs help. Unacceptable. I mean, look, he can give a normal answer like you low-key do, which especially what she's doing. That's fair. That's fair. So I guess she just needs to know, like, oh, you know what? It could be, ooh, something just came to mind. She was frustrating me a little bit. I was just like, where's the respect for him? Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but I'm starting to see how it runs a little deeper. It's like all these other guys, basically scum, wanted to put their hands on her. And then now you're out here like, there's this really good guy. He's really good. He's a super good guy. Why does he, like, it's more like, is he not attracted to me? And now you're asking yourself two things. Now you're just like, oh my god, like, do I not attract good guys? Like, am I just so unworthy of being touched by a good man? One. Two, does he think I'm disgusting? It's like a little bit of validation she kind of just needed from this good man. Feel what I'm saying? I don't know. That's another interpretation I have. Now she's just like, he's really just living with, like, he's not taking anything of value from me in return for the risks he's taking. Exactly. So she's like, oh my god, like, you can catch a case with this, and then me, I'm just doing anything someone else could do. What is with these shots at a time like this? She's pouring her heart out. This show definitely is sexualizing her, but you know. Yeah, that ass knee her in her kneecap, bro. Oh, that's a hug? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, a hug, a hug. A hug is proper. A hug is proper. It is what it is. It would upset me. It would upset me. I would put a ring on it. Oh my god. I'm so... Yeah, after all that, it's like, dang, I feel exposed. That's cute. See, that's all I need. That's all I need from this show. Like, that's it. This is just great. Why would she want to go home though? I'd be like, you're cool. Like, this is a vibe. Although he has... Bro, he has a girl on his ass. He has a girl that's after him right now, and I think there's another one, his crush, that is low-key after him too, so... Just saying. Just saying. He ain't that pathetic. Comfort. Comfort. Okay, but I'm watching next week too. What? What did that say? Those part-time jobs. So she's gonna get a part-time job? Okay. Once again, that was good. I'm very happy with the developments. The short-haired girl still haven't got her name down. I'm sorry. I think it starts with an M. But she's really cool. Great additional character, I find, and I feel like he's ideal for him. I feel like she's a fun, understanding, smart, cool, caring individual. Like, I feel like she's proper, honestly. Goto, if you can hear me, stay right there. Do not approach. I feel like she's definitely going to be a character that's going to reel in some tension and drama at some point. But in the end, I hope he does not get wrapped up in it. I mean, I'm not going to hurry up and blame him. Men have a different, like, perspective. Especially him. He would have a totally different perspective from what he's seen. I mean, he rants about it after. Like, she could have just told me and stuff. But, like, I feel like men are more easily persuaded compared to me as a viewer and as another female. Him, I feel like, you know, I kind of have a soft spot for girls. I feel like him, he could be easily, like, played with or manipulated or whatever. So I'm not gonna blame him too much, you know, poor guy, right? But I definitely hope that he doesn't just go with it. I don't know. I don't really know what she's gonna do, what she's like entirely, but anyways, I'm rooting for a short blonde bob chick. She's cool. Now, as for what I wanted to get on, get to since earlier. I really love how the show has kind of really continuously kind of smacked down this whole thing with him being older, and she kept harassing him about, you know, the whole sleeping with me thing, and he keeps saying the right things and doing the right things. So I really appreciate that. Now, in my last video, somebody, I think it was either, I don't know if it was episode 2 or episode 1, but somebody commented something that really got me thinking. They said, talking about me, they were like, doesn't she root for Kureno and Arisa in Fruits Basket? And right after that, I was like, wait a second. How old is Arisa? I didn't even know how old she was, to be very honest. So I look it up, and I'm like, 16? She's 16, and Kureno is 26 or 27. So this had me feeling some type of way. I was like, okay. There's a lot more to relationships than age. That is definitely true. Now, what's going on here in this show is that he isn't into her age and all that. There's that automatic block. For me, still, there will be a block if you tell me you're 16, okay? I'm 23, and if you tell me you're 16, I'm still just, you know what I'm saying? So there's still like this block for me automatically, and it seems like he has that as well. Now, when she turns like 18, I feel like my biggest issue is her being the age that she is and how she's kind of a mess. She's a young girl that's a mess. It's just a mess, you know? And I still feel like 16 in and of itself is pretty young, and especially her. So if she were to age to become more like an adult, like honestly, my 16 and my 18 was totally different. Like I was a totally different, I became a totally different person, I think more so at the age of 20. But the changes were still drastic within 16 to 20 for sure. So just that little difference is going to be enough for me to actually support their relationship more. So I just need her to become an adult more, you know, and then I don't think I would have much of an issue. You know, I feel like the only thing for me would be that Yoshida would have to really fall for her as a woman. However, when you're with someone that's like a kid, personally, I feel like, I don't know if you're able to just fall in love with them after. I wouldn't know, but they haven't been together that long. He hasn't actually raised her, so, you know, if she were to turn 18, 19, 20, if something were to maybe develop more at that point, I wouldn't be that mad. Really, I don't think I'd be mad at all, actually. I would just kind of be like, well, do your thing, y'all. Like, I think things are a bit more complex than that, you know. As for what's going on with Arisa and Kureno, there's something really different about that. Personally, I would still prefer that if they were to, however, involve themselves into a relationship, I would still prefer that she turns 18. However, Arisa is like a grown ass, like she's feisty and stuff, but there's something about her that she has her head on her shoulders. Like I feel like she isn't gonna change from 16 to 18. You see what I'm saying? There's something about her character specifically. I feel like her age now, and when she turns 18, I don't think she would change much as an adult. But it's a bit more than that. I already don't blame her for liking Kureno. You know, I've already told you that it's easier for the younger one to fall for the older one. My thing is more Kureno. Kureno, however, his romance life, that whole thing is a mess, okay? His whole adult life, to me, he's still like a teen, even at 26, because his life is not properly advanced by any means. His experience levels, it was a mess. It was a mess. His attraction, which I don't know how deep it runs, his attraction towards Arisa has to do with that encounter they had when he kind of stepped out into the world for borderline the first time. I mean, he hasn't gone out much, like, ever to do something like that, right? So it was like the first time he went out, he meets this young girl. I'm sure, I don't remember if she said her age or anything, but she meets this young girl, and then there's just kind of like this connection that he kind of had to her in reference to the outside world. Like, she was like an out. You know, it's just, there's something way more pure. I'm so sorry. Like, despite the age gap, if you watch the show, you'll understand how pure that connection was. And I think this is where I'm like, oh, I sense the difference. It's the feeling towards this whole like age gap thing. It's so important how a story is told and how you respond to it. And I respond to it very, very differently to that story, you know. It runs so deep, and it's just literally feels like a snowflake. Like, it's just so pure. It's like the age really is very insignificant in terms of these two. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, it really feels really different. I still prefer she turns 18, but like, there's something about that. Yeah, I would really prefer she turns 18. For them to actually like take steps, I'd really rather she be 18, like 100%. But yeah, anyways, I don't know how y'all feel. I want you guys to comment all that good stuff in the comments. I'd love to see what y'all have to say. I myself am still just trying to rack my brain around it, you know. My biggest thing is that I can't have things be unhealthy. A relationship can't be unhealthy. That's the biggest thing for me. It really just it can't be unhealthy. It can't be unhealthy, and unhealthy strands from, you know, a kid not really knowing what they're doing. They just fall for an older guy, but they don't really know what they're doing. That too is one of the biggest reasons why like an underage person is just not ready to be in a relationship with an older person. It's because they have the underhand, you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like doesn't sync well. But every case has its own case. Anyways, and also the intentions of the older party. So it's a lot to just kind of like think about and assess individually. And, you know, I don't have concrete answers. I'm not a saint. I'm not a god. I'm not, you know, a judge or anything. It's just, yeah. Anyways, I will end this video here. I want you guys to leave your thoughts, how you feel down below, and I'll see y'all again in my next video. So thank you and bye.